Uh, Welcome to the short bus, Solomon. Um, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good.
Oh,
Just pushing on day by day, getting stuff done.
mm. So, so for a lot of people who may not know what you do in the community, can you kind of tell us a little bit about what you do in the catching community?
I'm a hunter and a decoy for a team called Young Lives Matter. Um, Obviously, I actively decoy on a daily basis to catch out these people that think it's okay to prey on young children, which we all know is absolutely disgusting and vile. And anybody that does it needs lynch, so to say.
Mm. So, how long have you been doing this? Did you say?
I've been doing this for 6.5 years now.
Wow. So,
Yeah,
you've got a lot of experience in dealing with these people.
yeah, I have a lot of experience in dealing with these people, and then obviously throughout my time of doing it, I've actively trained decoys to become decoys. What up, Bill, brother?
Okay.
Um,
So, oh,
and
go ahead.
obviously throughout my time, I've obviously been on quite a few exposures of these vile specimens, and it's been like a very Um, strong belief of mine, obviously, that there's not enough being done out there by the people that should be doing it, which is obviously the police and the judicial system. They don't do enough to deal with these vile creatures, and I think that they just think that, oh, it's okay, they're not going to do it to their children, so they don't have to care about it.
Mm.
And then
So,
obviously
okay.
into obviously seeing a lot of the American catchers doing their stuff when they started up doing it, and I was like, well, do you know what? It's not just an issue in the UK; it's an issue worldwide. So why not reach out and help out other teams and pass over
Oh,
the
definitely.
that
It is
knowledge
a
to other teams?
it is a worldwide problem for sure. I agree with you 100%. How many teams have you worked with in the U.S.?
I've worked with a couple of the teams in the US. Obviously, I've given Alex a couple of my catches today. Um, Obviously, Bill's put me through to a few other people. I used to work quite closely with one of the teams that was in Indiana for a while. I used to work with alongside them for a bit and help them out and got a few catches done over in Indiana. But then obviously I met other people. Obviously, I already knew about Sabrina and Arizona Predator Prevention and places like that. And obviously, I've reached out to Sabrina a few times to get a bit of advice and help on certain things over there because obviously I know that American catchers can do it a lot differently to how we can do it over here in the UK.
So is it different from the UK to the USA as far as being able
And
to catch a predator?
basically, like in the UK, like we're not allowed to kind of when they actually go sexual, we can't be like show any sort of interest into that. We have to like play it off as being stupid still at that point. Whereas over in America, they're just like, oh, yeah, that sounds real good. We can do that if you really want to do that to get obviously entice them to come out more. So it's like, yeah, I can imagine he can pull up a call with a pred. Nah, I don't do that. That is one thing I do not do is I don't do obviously voice calls with a pred because I know I won't be able to do that.
Do you ever like
So,
I got to ask this
what I do.
because Dougie said this. Do you ever play like a male, like a boy type decoy?
No, I've never done a male decoy before. I've never tried with a male decoy before. It's always
I
been
just kind of
female.
wondering that.
Yeah, no, because I'd find, I think it's harder to be a male decoy and play as a male than it is as playing as a female really out there. Because as a female decoy, you can kind of like be able to like sympathize with the female species with what they actually have to go through and endure and stuff. So it's like, yeah. And although it happens to a lot of men as well as it does females, I feel like there's more females that have suffered with that sort of abuse than males, to be honest.
I could see that. I can see that. It's either way you look at it, man. Whether it's male or female, it's still all awful, man. It's just it does seem like it's different than a male on male or female. Like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's
Yeah,
both just awful,
it
just
is.
awful. So how many catches have you win on? You said.
I've been on about 4 or 5 over in the UK so far. Obviously, I've got 5 cases at the minute that are going into court because the predators have decided to go not guilty at court. Even one that has actually come back to the same decoy a second time on the same decoy that he got caught on and turn around and actually tells the decoy, "You got me arrested last time. What the hell were you doing getting me arrested?" And he still went not guilty in court. I'm like, okay, I look forward to seeing you in court, bro, because like you've got no leg to stand on.
That's crazy, man. Hang on,
It is,
So
he said.
it is like there's like so many questions that I mean, because it's so is it like a real big difference decoying uh an American pred versus a UK pred, or are they
Yeah, I would
basically?
say that American Preds go into it a lot faster. Like they turn a lot faster than the UK do. Like the UK are very cautious, whereas the American ones just seem to just go straight to the jugular and just tell you exactly what they want.
Hmm. So kind of the UK kind of played coy about it in a way.
Yeah, they play coy about it as if they want to be your best friend and they want to be like a father figure to you and tell you to protect yourself and give you warnings about the type of people there is online. And then it's like a few months down the line, then they'll switch up with you once they've been talking to you for a while. Whereas when I'm decoying the American ones, it's just like, yo, this is what I want to do. This is how it's gonna be.
Wow, that's actually crazy. That's it's what was I going to say? I was looking at the chat and they kind of throw me off sometimes. But so who is the nastiest? Would you say is the nastiest pred you have decoyed, whether it's U.S. or UK?
I'd probably say it was a US guy that basically told me he wanted me, my little sister, and my mum all at the same time.
Wow, wow. So I mean, that was why. Why do you think they want to prey upon children?
I think that they see children as basically innocent and vulnerable and they can take control of them. Like they can control their narrative and what they want the child to be, and they can basically like almost groom the child into how they want them to act and be like.
So what do you think what are some of the grooming techniques that you have saw a predator use on yourself, or would they when they try to groom the child, which is you?
Like when I've seen it, it's like at first a lot of them try to like be a father figure, and they always want to know like because as my decoy, I play it as my parents are both alcoholics, so I have to live with an uncle because my parents couldn't look after me. So obviously, a lot of the predators want to be like a father figure to me now and try and teach me the ways.
Wow,
But
that's
then
crazy.
they switch up then after a few days, and it's just like, yeah, you don't want to be a father figure. You just want to have your vile, disgusting fantasies.
Hmm. So how would you think you deal with it emotionally?
It's hard to deal with emotionally, but then it's kind of I have to learn to switch off with myself in a way when I'm decoying and just be like, well, at least if they're talking to me, they're not actually talking to a real child,
Hmm.
and I'm keeping them from that real child.
Definitely, definitely, because it's if like you say, man, if the of course she says I picked the worst time for interviews, which is true, but this awareness is important, and it so what do you think in the laws in the UK versus America that what do you think the biggest difference is?
Biggest differences I see, like with the UK and Americans, is obviously when the police now are being kind of throughout the years of the teams running in the UK, they've been kind of had their hands forced into changing the law to now that if it is a decoy chat, they have to take that as it's a real child that was talking to that they were talking to. Whereas in America, it's just like I see a lot of the police like, well, it's not a real child. It's not happening to anybody that you actually seriously know. So why should we bother? Like, just let the guy go. And I'm like, no, this isn't how this should be, American police. Like, get them in the handcuffs and like drag them off to jail, man.
Mm, that's crazy.
Hold them accountable.
Yeah, actually, the state I live in, Tennessee. I mean, well, not state, but the country. Yeah, the state I live in, Tennessee, actually don't take decoy messages, whatever. Like say other
Yeah,
states, which sucks because it makes it harder for teams like Alex and whoever to catch in Tennessee because of
yeah.
it has to be a real child.
Yeah, that's crazy though. Like, they need to switch that up.
100%. And, but they got a good law if you are attacking a kid or whatever that you could possibly face the death penalty. But why not just let the decoys do their work?
Exactly. They say that they don't, like, the police say they don't have the abilities to be able to have people doing what we do full time because they don't get the funding for it. So, well, if that's the case, then let us do our job for you and actually deal with it in the appropriate ways rather than throwing it in our faces that we're making your jobs harder for you.
Definitely. And by the way, Tennessee isn't a sovereign state. Doug, you said that we're a sovereign. We're not a sovereign state. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm getting tickled. My chat gets me cracked up sometimes. I
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
believe I believe you
crazy.
know that.
Yeah, I know that, bro.
Uh,
I'm used to you chat getting crazy. That
that's good.
obviously I did see a few comments where one of them was asking to ask me about the situation with the decoy that was out in herself to everybody.
Oh yeah, I saw. Let's see. So how do you think how do you think that's going?
Uh, well, obviously, I feel that she did like, in my opinion, she come into the community with the wrong ideas
Hmm.
to start with. Obviously, with what went on with me and her, obviously with what people had seen. Obviously, yeah, there was some stupidity on my behalf there, which I hold my hands up to, obviously, with what I did on that side of things. But then it was a lot harder because it was almost like she was throwing out a sob story to me about everything and stuff like that. And then obviously when she's out in our conversations that we were having private with each other, it was basically she was trying to put that out there to cover up what she'd been doing by outing herself to predators over there in America and the UK, which I kind of feel was kind of a little bit crazy on that one.
Nate wants to know what you think about Tommy Fellows. Have you worked with him before?
I have never worked with Tommy Fellows as a hunter. Obviously, I believe what he does is a good thing, but I also believe after watching the court hearing that he was in, that yeah, he kind of fucked it for himself there.
I mean, I just have to ask. I just have to ask the questions. You're cracking me up, Solomon. But
But
yeah,
yeah, that's
man. I
all I can
mean,
say on Tommy. Like, I don't know him as a person, so I can't make a judgment. But from what he does on the hunting side of things, I think he does a brilliant job with it.
I mean, he does.
Like
He is a good catcher. I mean, I'll give him some props. He does go out and he does make a difference and catch these people. But I mean, he don't hold a candle to like somebody like Alex and um,
yeah,
Agent Orange or I mean, those guys are top tier. I would actually love to see more Agent Orange catches.
ask him what he thinks of BC. I think Big Country are absolutely amazing with what they're doing. BC, they're a great team. Um, Obviously, they had a decoy that a predator that they caught that I had on my decoy as well, and it was obviously a pleasure to watch you lot go and actually expose his ass and get him dealt with. So I
Uh,
appreciated that. I appreciated watching him crumble in front of you.
I said Big Country, their team, their everybody in Big Country or the Big Country family is like is a is an awesome group for sure, man.
Yeah, for real.
Definitely, definitely. I'm trying to see if there's any. How do you feel about your meth day getting Alex arrested? Did Alex get arrested today?
Uh, I don't know. I didn't watch Alex's catch today. I haven't watched it yet because I was busy doing other things today. What's my approach
Dougie,
to decoy?
yeah.
My approach to decoying is basically based on the fact that my real mum was abused as a child, which gave me the power to basically then want to make a difference and stop people from having this happen if I can, would be my answer to that one, Dougie. Because I can't obviously give away too much about the approach to decoying.
Definitely. I mean, I'm sure there are certain stuff you want to say because it could interfere in somebody wanting to find a predator or not being able to find information on what decoys actually do, which I understand that
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, there's a lot that try and figure that out.
So, what is the strangest thing that's happened to you while decoying somebody? Like, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe he just showed me this or just did that.
The strangest thing I would have to say is actually one of my best friends from real life actually reaching out to my decoy.
What?
And I was like, is this guy for real? And then obviously he got exposed, and then he still tried to. But then it was like I had to see this guy every day, knowing what he'd been doing to my decoy. And I was like, how am I meant to keep my shit together seeing this guy walking around the street every day? Like, I just wanted to grab him there and then.
Mm. That is like crazy to have because a lot of people don't understand when when like the family member side, you see these people get caught, but you don't see what happens after they get caught or what their family has to go through
Yeah,
or friends, like after the catch.
sure. Important question. What is the demon dog about? The demon dog is my little Frenchie that sat here snoring her head off. That would be what the demon dog is.
um, oh my gosh.
Obviously, doing a
I
white
think
catch
every
on
I think
Hey,
every one of us is what? Um,
okay. That's a bit of a
that is
strange
I
comment.
don't no, that's not true. MMD says I want to know your entire life story.
He wants to know the entire life story. Well, the entire life story is that I was um, adopted at a young age, and obviously my birth mother was abused by her own family members. So that's why I have such a strong belief in what the hunting community is doing, and what made me want to be a part of it and get involved in it was to make a difference.
Mm. And that's very important because you said you've been doing this for 6 years. How
Yeah,
many people do you think you have decoyed in this 6 years?
I've decoyed thousands, I would imagine. From just looking on my Google Drive, it's crazy. Like, I have three different Google Drives full of files on different predators that have hit up my decoys.
So what do you think is the what age do you usually use when you decoy? I know here, I think it's
I
what
mean,
16 or
yeah, over here we use, well, over here I go as an 11-year-old in the UK.
wow. And
And
people,
obviously the ones that obviously come from America as well, they're coming onto the 11-year-old decoy as well. And yeah, it's just wild.
dude, that is actually really nasty that somebody would go after an 11-year-old.
Yeah,
That just blows my mind and like really kind of makes me sick at my stomach. And I mean, thank God we have people like you and all the other decoys, BC Sec, Southern Bell, and it's good to see a UK team working together with the US team and getting these creeps, or the US team maybe working with a UK team.
yeah, for real.
How many hours per week do you put in?
I'm on it every day, constantly, from the minute I get up to the minute I go to sleep.
Wow.
Sometimes if I'm decoying the American ones, I won't go to bed till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
So how does that? How do you like? I think I already asked this, but how does that kind of make you feel that there's so many people out there hitting up these 11-year
It,
olds and stuff?
it scares me for the future generations, to be honest, and it scares me that there's that many people out there that actually want to do this sort of stuff to children. It's like sometimes I feel like, can we just like when one of these passes away, can we like just dissect the brain and figure out what it is that triggers their brain cells to work like that? I'd love one of them to actually just sit down and have an interview with like somebody and actually admit to what it is, rather than using the excuse of um oh, I wasn't really trying to do that. I was just trying to be a friend to the person. It's like, no, you were not trying to be a friend. Like, stop lying. Like, just be straight up, be honest with us. It's going to make it look better for you when it eventually does go to a court case.
Nate wants to know, ask what you do for fun.
Well, what I do for fun, Nate, is sit in Sabrina's chat and say, fuck Nate.
Oh, you bombed him. And back here he said, he seems like a pretty good guy. I go let me
I
find the
also watch a lot of.
call
I
right here.
also watch a lot of. I also watch a lot of American football at my fun time and go to a lot of soccer games. I just had to
Hashtag
get
blame.
that one out
Oh, he just talking about. Oh yeah, Solomon's pretty cool guy. He's like, oh my god, that's hilarious, man. That was great. Oh, you can't say too much about Nate because I believe Sabrina will get jealous.
there.
Oh, oh, you cracking? Oh, how?
How much is football? Quite expensive. I've lost a lot of money putting money down on the football over there in America, especially being a Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Um, what the? Hey,
I don't know what happened there. You just went all quiet, but you're back now.
yeah, of course my headphones had to mess up, so
Yeah, I hear that
that's
there.
welcome to the short bus. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I guess I'm back for a minute.
But yeah, you're back for a minute. Package delivered in 30 minutes. Hey, Madison Decoy.
How much to hear him say "fuck Nate" again?
You'll have to ask Sabrina on that one if I'm allowed to say it again. I don't want to step on Sabrina's toes.
Oh my god, it's definitely so. You watch a lot of the interviews and stuff with other decoys and catchers,
Yeah,
or even you watch other like catchers. How does that help you? For you, how does that help you at all watching this type of stuff?
yeah, it does help me a lot of the time, like, because it makes me realise that there's a lot of other people out there that have the same mentality as me and realise just how bad it is of an epidemic worldwide and that people need to stand up and realise this. Like, rather than worrying about small minor things like you need to get behind all the catching teams rather than hating on them as such.
Definitely. So is speaking with an accent exhausting after a while?
It can be. You never know, though. Maybe you should try it sometime.
Definitely. I try not to. I don't know. People say I have an accent. I don't believe that,
Yeah,
but
you
I
do have
believe.
a good accent
Well,
compared to the likes of Alex and Sabrina. You've definitely got a different accent going.
that isn't that strange. You can be from like around the same in the same country, but have like a different language. You like speak like a different accent. I guess you would say.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. It's like because quite a lot of people say to me, "Oh, we can't understand the Scottish people," and then it's like, I totally understand them. Well, fuck you, Solomon. Fuck you, Nate.
Short bus, and I don't have. Thank you, Zippity. Zippity.
Well,
I
I
don't
don't know
believe
if
I
it
have.
is. I've never heard the AC, so I wouldn't know.
I dialect short bus. The word you were seeking is dialect. Okay, thank you, Corpus.
Okay,
Sometimes I,
Corky, correcting your grammar.
yes, I'm not a grammar expert. Hell, I can barely speak proper English. So showing some love.
We
Definitely,
love you, Opal.
definitely. We love Opal for sure. She's
Yeah,
awesome.
Opal's amazing.
She is. She really is. She does things that it's crazy right here.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly. Opal comes in with that every day and says that. And for somebody to come out and say that every day just goes to show what the sort of a person they are.
definitely. So if you say that, she comes in and says that every day. So how do you feel about people who come in and say it's my meth day or it's my birthday? How does that make you feel? Does that kind of show you the way that person is?
Yeah, it kind of like gives you an insight into like what sort of personality they have behind them.
That is true.
Not a
Okay,
fan.
now yeah.
That's
I swear
alright, mate. You don't have to be a fan, you just have to put up with me. That's the difference.
I saw Pussy Licker in here earlier. I don't know where he went.
Yeah, I seen Pussy Licker in here earlier too.
So monkey too. You want to see my banana, Solomon?
Well, it depends what sort of banana you're trying to show me.
Oh well, it's just my banana, man.
Hey,
Only certain people get to see my banana, and you're I'll let you see my banana because you can take it.
yeah,
I didn't mean it like that, but
I hear that. I hear that. What was the
so what?
thickest experience with the friend? I'd probably have to say when he was grooming my decoy and then decided to send some rather disturbing images of which he said was his neighbour's child.
Wow. I saw other like other decoys had unfortunately saw I saw pictures of other decoys with a like a cucumber up their butt. Do you see stuff like that a lot?
Yeah, I've seen that a few times. And then, obviously, I see the usual bumming, disgusting images that you send me every day, bumming constantly. Especially the one that I've got at the minute that just sends me a picture every day without fail. And I just want him gone now. But obviously, that's going to take a while.
Hmm. So do you have you decoyed any female predators?
I have had females, but I find the females are a lot harder to catch, to be honest,
Hmm.
because they play a lot more careful, as if it's the word to use. Like they're very calculated and almost know when they're just about to go too far and then stop themselves.
Hmm. Let's talk about how Nate wants to help UK Emily, but ruins Poulter's Emily.
Oh, dang!
Wow,
Well,
wow.
Nate obviously just wants videos that the UK Emily sends. Let's just
It
put that
does
out.
sound that way. It does kind of sound that. It does sound that way. Are they both traded? Okay, I believe Alex is about to start a live, and I got a couple things I need to do.
No
I
worries,
might have
brother.
actually have my. We need to come back up and just do another part 2, man.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. Just
Because
let me know
man,
when we can do it. You already know, bro.
definitely, man, Solomon, dude, you are awesome, and man, I can tell you got a great sense of humor and stuff like that, and I appreciate that.
I appreciate you too. And I appreciate you, chat, because, like, they're pretty cool people. Even the ones that like to troll a bit. Big up to the Troll Lives Matter. We all like a bit of trolling now and again. So, yeah. Fuck Nate. Fuck Thomas Fellows. And just keep smashing what you're smashing, decoys and hunters. That's all I can say.
Oh, you went balls to the wall.
But yeah.
definitely. But I appreciate you, Solomon. I'm gonna go ahead. I need to end
You
this.
too, bro.
You're definitely gonna have to come back sometime, and
I will do,
uh,
bro. Just let me know when, and I'll jump on you. I already know.
oh, definitely, man, definitely. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and I appreciate you, Solomon.
Yeah, appreciate you too, bro. All right.
Okay, I didn't mean to cut him off. Oh, he's a really cool guy. Definitely great decoy. He's been doing this for 6 years, he said, and awesome, awesome guy. Anytime I've ever spoke with Solomon, he's very, very, very cool guy. Short bus. I always will say this also. Possibly around 8:39. That was a little. I'm gonna have to apologize for that. I didn't mean to do that. My finger slipped or something. But yeah, I'm gonna come back later and do a my locals. Let's see what do my locals calls, and then I'll be back. I appreciate y'all for being here. I'm gonna laugh at more. No, no, we don't laugh at funerals. Yeah, Nate asked me to stop. What? What? I don't know what you all are going on about. Okay. I appreciate y'all coming here. I'm gonna go end this. I'm gonna go eat, and I'll be back around 8:39 ish, and gonna do some local calls. And I'm going. My new name is Bob. If anybody needs to know. Everybody have a great evening.